Well, moments ago, the House approved a $1.2 trillion package of spending bills just hours before another government shutdown. The long overdue action, nearly 6 months into the budget year, will push any threats of a shutdown to the fall. But not everyone is happy about this deal. Marjorie Taylor Greene just filed a motion to remove Speaker Mike Johnson in response to this deal. NewsNation's Joe Khalil on Capitol Hill joins us live with this breaking news.
Yeah, Nichole, so this is a big deal. After this bill passed, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, as you mentioned, filed a motion to remove the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, from his position. We know because of the rules now of this current Congress, all it takes is one person to do that, to trigger a vote that could potentially end in the removal of a Speaker. We saw that happen with Kevin McCarthy, the former Speaker. This is exactly the same process now. Now, this is a bit complicated here, but we can sort of walk you through. She filed it, meaning she started the process to do this. She hasn't actually gone on the House floor officially and made the announcement that she's calling for a motion to vacate. Whenever she does that, the clock begins. And essentially now, after that moment happens, there will be 48 hours before which the House leadership is forced. They have to bring that up for a vote. Now, the reason this is a big deal is because we remember back in January when this happened with Kevin McCarthy, it started a weeks-long process where there was no Speaker of the House, and the Congress effectively was stalled. Nothing could get done. So that is maybe what we're headed for again. The reason that she did this is because she says Republicans are simply frustrated with the way that Speaker Mike Johnson has been governing his conference, his Republican Party, and this bill now, $1.2 trillion to move spending forward and avoid a government shutdown, she calls a Democratic bill. Speaker Johnson had to rely heavily on Democratic votes to pass it. You had a lot of Republicans say, look, we didn't even get a chance to read what was in the bill. It's a lot of spending there. There are certainly priorities that Republicans liked in the bill, but there were also a number of Democratic priorities included in that bill as well. That used to be called negotiation, consensus. That clearly we're in a different era right now, and so any give from one side or the other is perceived as weakness and a loss, according to some members of Congress. Marjorie Taylor Greene certainly fits into that category. So it is a big deal because we could be in a place in a few weeks where we no longer have a Speaker. She has vowed she's going to bring it up. Basically, what would need to happen is you'd have a majority of the House voting to remove the Speaker, and the Speaker would be removed. You would then need to replace the Speaker with somebody else to continue the business of Congress and of legislating. So there are still some question marks as to what this is going to look like, Nichole. But again, we have been here before with this specific Congress. It caused deadlock. It caused a lot of dysfunction. It is possible, and certainly I'm already seeing a number of Republicans who I'm getting text messages from and who are speaking out on Twitter about this already. They fear that could be where we are again if there are enough votes to actually remove Speaker Johnson. Remember last time, because the margin is so close with Democrats and Republicans, effectively Republicans only have a 2-seat majority right now. It wouldn't take a whole lot of them to successfully remove the Speaker. Marjorie Taylor Greene just told reporters right now she thinks the votes are there because she says there are a number of Republicans who feel the same way she does, although they may not be saying it publicly. So we are going to find out. But the bottom line here is she has filed a motion. So she's begun the process to remove the Speaker of the House, and we'll see if that actually does happen.
Yeah, political deja vu potentially. All right. Joe, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.